Alright guys, welcome back to another video. So in this video I'm going to show you how to import and set up your own characters. Now I highly recommend that you use the optimized ones. These are optimized for games, so you don't want to use the cinematic in a game. I had one person who was like, well, they have a lot of LODs. Yeah, but you're gonna bloat your RAM. And people don't have infinite RAM. Your environment is going to consume a crap ton of RAM. If your characters are consuming 90% of your RAM, you're going to have problems. So I'm just going to go ahead and try setting this up for using the cinematic one. This is a tall MetaHuman. Okay, the session was closed due to inactivity, right? So anyway, this is a tall MetaHuman right here, a tall underweight. I chose the tall underweight one just to show you guys that it should work for all of them. You shouldn't have any problems. I don't think you'll even have problems if it's a cinematic. Now, I've already tried setting it up with this guy on the high optimized. That was already downloaded. I added him to a project before, and he's a medium normal weight male. So yeah, anyway, now we have this character in here, and if you get that message that pops up talking about choosing a skeleton, I'm not exactly sure what that's for, but I don't think you actually need to do that. I think you can just close it. I think that has something to do with DNA or something. I don't know. I'm not that well versed on MetaHumans, if I'm going to be honest. But yeah, you'll see this is a pretty tall character right here. So we're going to use him. So what I'm going to do is for the MetaHumans, and I'll do a separate, well, I already did a separate video on importing your own custom characters and setting them up. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to the characters, the MetaHumans, and I'm actually going to use the Kellen. The bodies is just to show you the different MetaHuman bodies. You can use that, guys, but you're gonna have to change some stuff because this character right here, these characters are not modular characters. These are just templates. This is the modular character, so I'm going to show you how to do it with him. I'm just going to copy his over here. And I'm going to open up both of these. And I'm going to rename this one actually to Tall UNW for underweight. And I'm going to open this up. And I'm going to browse to this guy. Yeah, so this is going to be bugged. That's fine. We're going to clear this. I actually just set it to something random and then clear it. Yeah, so I'm kind of, I don't like this is some kind of weird bug, guys. So I'll tell you what we're going to do is we're actually just going to, oh God, I don't know what happened there. We're going to first disconnect this off the construction script. Honestly, I don't recommend doing this stuff right here, guys, on the construction script. This tends to corrupt stuff. I've seen it happen before. You can call me a liar. I swear to you, it happens, and it's a common thing. So I definitely do not recommend it. What I'm going to do is I'm going to browse to this, and I'm going to add that here. And I'm going to copy this over here. That's basically it. Let me see, what is his collision settings? I'll copy his collision settings too. No collision, okay. Yeah, it's already set up. So I'm going to add his feet. And we'll rename this afterwards. His legs. I'll just call that legs 2, and I'll call this feet 2. Torso 2. And you can copy and paste that stuff over here as well. Okay. Didn't I just add that to here? I don't know what happened. That's weird. So okay. Yeah, so it's just automatically deleting it. Okay, I don't know why it's doing that. That's weird. Let me just do this instead. Okay, that's cool. So that was a bad idea. This is, oh man, okay. Yeah, these components, they tend to get corrupt. And what you just seen there, that was probably just had something to do with the groom being moved over there, because those assets, I should have cleared those assets before I tried to do that. So if you do that, make sure that you clear the grooms out of those assets and the bindings to that mesh off of them. At least remove the bindings before you do that. Yeah, so I just lost all that stuff that I just did. Okay, well, let's start again, I guess. I wish it went by default, not open stuff up in the content drawer and instead open it up in a new window. I wish it wouldn't do that by default. It's rather annoying. So I'm just going to say body 2, and then feet 2. And then legs 2. And torso 2. And then face 2. try doing this. It may, oh, it's not going to let me because of this. Let me just delete this. I think it's okay to copy and paste groom assets over. I do believe that's okay. Let me save it first in case it crashes again. It crashed, okay. Okay, so maybe don't copy or move grooms over. You're gonna have to make them one by one manually. That's unfortunate. I think this has a lot to do with the leader pose logic. It's been buggy for a really long time. It mostly has to do with running that from a construction script. Running stuff from a construction script, it can corrupt stuff. It can corrupt components. I've seen it happen a lot, so it's not uncommon. I'm just going to copy his materials over here real quick. Oh, that's supposed to be for the torso. Okay. So I'm actually going to replace this. Let's undo that. Okay. Inside of here, set it to body 2. I really don't recommend doing this from the construction script, but people do it so that they can, because I think it looks pretty whenever the character is animated in the preview window, but it has a tendency of corrupting things. I'm going to let you know that now. So if you don't mind things randomly corrupting, then by all means, just go ahead and do it that way. So everything, all these settings, I think should be safe. If not, we can go back and cross-reference them later. I'm going to go ahead and delete those. And on the event graph, we need to, okay, so it deleted that. We need to set this to the body 2. And just for brevity, we're doing this twice. We're doing it on the construction script in here. I think this is fine. I don't think we need to do that. Let me see. It should be under here already. So if we go to DAO, live retargeting refs, it should already be here. Yeah, that's fine. So we don't need that. Just that stuff right there. I'm not actually going to even set up the groom, guys. I'm just going to leave it not set up because it's already crashed twice and I just don't want to mess with it. So anyway, because this is already starting to get to be longer than it should be. So now that we've done all of this, what we actually need to do is we need to go into this get held object settings. And right now you'll see this is the chooser for the male, medium, normal weight. We need to get the one for the tall underweight character. And if you really just don't want to look for this, then you can go and you can browse to this. It should, well, it's taking me to this other one, but go under DAO folder, characters, MetaHumans, and open up the bodies. And you can go to the get held object settings on this one and open up this. And you can look for your character. So mine's the tall underweight, and it's the male. This one here, this is the one I need to set. So I'm going to come back over here and I'm going to set that. So now it's the male tall underweight character. And if you open that up, it's got the stuff for the weapons in here. And these are the data assets that store the held object definition, which is just an offset, and then the live retargeting settings. And this actually should be set to this face blueprint. And so if we're not going to do this here, then we need to do it here. And this is really on begin play. This is really where I recommend doing this stuff at. Like I said, if you do it on the construction script, you're risking corruption. And the bad thing about corruption is that it's not always apparent when it happens. I'm just going to rename these. Cool, I've made it through without it crashing again. All right, I think we're making progress. So I'm gonna go to the widgets. I'm gonna open up this game animation widget, and I'm just gonna replace this Kellen guy with this one. You could also just duplicate that and add another one, but I'm just going to do it like this. Oh, so I never set the generic retargeter on it. That is part of the problem. So I'm going to go back to I'm just going to go to the bodies. I'm going to select the skeletal mesh, and I'm going to copy this ABP. And this is the let me see. Yeah, it's under DAO chart data. I thought I had renamed that. I'm gonna have to rename that, guys, so that y'all don't get it confused with theirs. It's not good to have multiple assets in a project with the same name. It can be quite confusing. All right, so that's working. So it looks like, did I not set that? I may not have actually added that. Let me check. You know what? This guy might not actually even be, I might have added him in such a way that he wasn't sharing the skeleton. I didn't even think about that until just now. Let me open this up. Okay, so let me just try this. This is probably what you should do, is you should, let's see, let's find the skeleton. Let me look into this real quick. So this guy, find skeleton. Okay, they're using the same skeleton. I thought I set it up. Let me go to that skeleton and let me add this socket under that skeleton. So we want it to be called held object _r for the right one. I'll add support for left-handed weapons later. But right now, by default, it's not set up for that. It has some support for it. It's just not, I don't have anything set up, like any examples. But yeah. Okay. So somebody was making this seem like it was really hard. Like they kept showing me their stuff. They were saying that nothing was aligned. The hands are all over the place. And I understand, guys, this has gotten to be a pretty complex project. So it doesn't surprise me that some of you guys are having problems. And yeah, so I apologize for the delay. I know a lot has changed since I made that last video for the MetaHuman, but now you'll see that it's working. So I hope you find this video helpful. And if you'll just be patient, I'll get these videos out there. All these videos that I've been promising, I'm trying to pump them out. I'm trying to fix all these little issues that popped up. Some of them have been long-standing issues, and then some of them were just issues that popped up when I brought this over to 5.5. But I've been fixing them as fast as I can and trying to help people at the same time. Last week I spent like 10 hours just answering people's questions. And so if I've seemed a little like distant this past week, that's mostly why. I started feeling overwhelmed. So anyway, I'll see you guys in the next video.